Good morning, students. Today we will see about the in circulatory system. We will see about the circulation of heart. Okay. This human have a double closed and it is a complete circulatory system. It starts from the right atrium. Right atrium receives the blood from the body. It has got two vena cavas, inferior vena cava and the superior vena cava. Inferior vena cava collecting the blood, collecting the deoxygenated blood from the lower portion of the body, and the superior vena cava collecting the blood from the upper part of the body. So, the right side of the heart, human heart, has the impure blood. Once the right atrial pressure is increasing, the tricuspid valve will be opening. This is called the input valve. The tricuspid valve open, the blood enter into the right ventricle. So the blood from the right ventricle, it is enter into the pulmonary artery. So this pulmonary valve will be direct the blood to the unidirection. So the one direction it will be the function of valve only mainly by the unidirection. So it will unidirect. So one direction it will be pushing the blood. So the pulmonary artery taking the deoxygenated blood to the lungs. Understand? So the pulmonary artery taking, if you see this picture, this is what madam I have explained now. Isn't it? This is the right atrium. There is a two vena cavas. So how the vena cavas collecting the blood? It is from the cells of the body. Isn't it? Cells. All are called the deoxygenated blood. So it is coming from the venules. From the venules to small veins it is coming. Small veins to the medium vein to the large vein. And then large vein is joining together and it is all collectively together it is coming to the inferior vena cava. So this is how it is collecting the blood and it is mainly. So this circulation system we are starting from the right atrium. Even a cardiac cycle if you are learning everything you have to first start from the right atrium. Then from this they are taking into the through the pulmonary artery. So the pulmonary, when there is a pressure increase, the valve will be opening. So here the valve will be taken into the lungs. The lungs typically what it's happening. So venules may real exchange is taken place. Gaseous exchange is taken place, isn't it? It is an external exchange, not an internal exchange. What is this happening here will be the internal exchange that we will see later. Here will be external exchange. What is the external exchange taken place? I told you, as I told you, it is all called the deoxygenated blood. So these deoxygenated blood, once you are taking a breath, oxygen is getting inside. So carbon dioxide is going outside. So this is called the exchange vessels, right? Capillaries. These are the capillaries are taking. All these are mixing together and exchange. So they say exchange is taken place and they are taking it into the what? So this is a vein, artery. So this is the vein. They are taking into the vein. So thus this is called the in the next if you see it is called the pulmonary veins. So pulmonary veins which will be carrying the oxygenated blood. So now we have seen about the right atrium, superior vena cava and the inferior vena cava. So once the pulmonary artery takes the bloods to the lungs, so via how it is taking? Via the medium, small size arterioles and to the lungs it will reach. So the blood is getting oxygenated. Once it is getting oxygenated, it is carried by called capillaries. It is called the exchange vessels. So the pulmonary veins in the human heart, which is how many pulmonary veins are there? Nearly 4 pulmonary veins are present. Eventually, these pulmonary veins eventually opening in the left atrium. So the left atrium receives the blood, which is the blood which is receiving, the blood which is received from the lungs. So once they receive the blood from the lungs, the pressure is increasing. So once the pressure is increasing, the mitral valve will be opening. So the mitral valve, once it is opening, the blood enter into the ventricles. Now the blood is, what kind of blood is here? It is oxygenated blood. So the human heart, that is why the color differentiation I have shown. Human heart, the right side is the deoxygenated blood and left side is the oxygenated blood. So during the forceful ventricular contraction, the blood is pushed into the aorta. So the aorta has the ascending aorta, descending aorta, and also have the various branches. So like carotid, subclavian, brachial branches, all the branches of the aorta taking the blood to the various parts of our body. Finally, each of them evenly will enter into the deeper cells into our body. So our human body is having 1 trillion of cells. In the previous class we have seen we are not like an amoeba taking or exchanging all the oxygen, nutrients, everything, metabolism with only in the environment. We have the trillion cells. The trillion cells are taken by the blood by the tubings called all these things, and these tubings are called veins and arteries, and then it is exchanged by the exchange vessels called the capillaries. Understand? So I told you it is a double. Always I am telling you the circulatory system, the human circulatory system is double closed circulatory system, and it is also complete circulatory system. What is this called double? It has got double circulation, isn't it? One is called systemic circulation and the pulmonary circulation. Okay, let us see first the systemic circulation. So if you see the systemic circulation, this is the circuit. This is the left heart. This is called the left atrium, correct? From the left atrium, the blood is going, isn't it? It is getting, now only we have seen, isn't it? What kind of the blood? It is purified blood entering over here from the lungs to here, from the capillary exchange vessels are exchanging, which is the blood which is coming from the inferior and superior vena cava from the right atrium. Understand? Right atrium. So it is all getting in this left side of the heart is just you are having the oxygenated blood. So this oxygenated blood is going to the various system. If you see first carotid, coronary system. So the various arteries are taking to this one, to the heart, isn't it? If you take a carotid system, even taking the blood to the brain, and the right and left coronary arteries are taking the blood to the heart and the brain. Blood supply going to the brain. So all these are called the systems, isn't it? And the blood supply is also going to the digestive system and also the excretory system, kidney, and also the bones and the muscles and the skeletal system, isn't it? So it is called the skeletal system and the integumentary system. So all these systems are getting oxygenated blood. So once they are getting oxygenated blood, it is their carbon dioxide exchange is taken place. The internal exchange between the tissue cells, it is taken place. So it is taken by venules, smaller vein, and will be inferior not before coming to like a smaller vein, medium sized vein, and large vein. And the large vein, all these veins are connecting together. The way all these tubes are the elasticity. It has got the elasticity. So it is going there. It is going and going all the part. It is going and opening into the right atrium. Understood? So this is called the. If you see, this is all looks like a circuit. If you see the systemic arterial trees or the circuit of the systemic circulation, it is a left heart, right? So left heart, so left atrium, left aorta, left ventricle, then arterioles, systemic capillaries, systemic venules, systemic vein, and the cable system of inferior vena cava and superior vena cava. This is called the circuit of systemic circulation. Understand? This is in the left side of the heart, left heart. The right heart, right atrium, pulmonary artery, pulmonary capillaries, and right ventricle and pulmonary vein. By looking at the heart picture, you can write all these things or the systemic circulation. So this systemic circulation very important to maintain the hemodynamics of our body. Correct? So this class mainly we have seen about circulation of the heart, isn't it? The circulation of the heart, simply you can draw. First, the simple picture you can draw like this. With this one picture, you can able to mark the parts, and you can always, when you are writing, you start with the atrium. Either you are studying a cardiac cycle, you have to study what's happening in the atrium, and then what's happening during the time of this ventricle, and what happened into the aorta. So you have to study like that only. So first one, you have to start from the atrium. So where the blood is collected from, what is that? So the basic concept, if you understand this, you can write. And always you should never confuse about, it is called the circulation of the heart, isn't it? It is called the circulation of the heart. It is not by the blood supply of the heart. So with the tension, always you are making a mistake. When the circulatory system of heart is asked, you are writing the blood supply of the heart. Blood supply is different, and it is only circulation is taken place. If it is a if it is a heart, it's all this chamber, and then from this one it is going, isn't it? It is going, where it is going? It is going to the lungs. From the lungs, it is coming over here, isn't it? To the left side of the body. From there, it is coming, and then again it is entering. Okay, yeah. So it is double time. One time, another time it is coming. So double time it is entering. So this double entry from the right side going and to the lungs, and then coming to the left side. From the left side, again it is circulating. Again it is going to the whole body. So 2 times the blood is entering. So it is called double, and it is closed. Like if you see the insect, it is pump like a structure. It is pumping. It is open. There is not blood is not staying anywhere in the insect. That's an open circulatory system. So it is the double closed double closed complete circulatory system. And we have seen clearly about what are different circuits. It's like a circuit. The tubings are taking to the inner portion of our body. Nutrients, like what is that? Oxygen is getting. Even the deeper cells in our body is very happy. They are very happy because these capillaries are doing the internal exchange of the oxygen. So the inner deeper part of the body, unlike the insect's circulatory system. So our circulatory system is a double closed complete circulatory system. Only thing you can remember this, and you can write by your own words. Really, you will get the complete mark of this question. Thank you.